So Trey, what you was talking about earlier, as far as like the topic you wanted to bring up today?
As far as this topic, what I wanted to talk about is the fact that why do men have such a fear of commitment? Why do guys have such a fear of commitment? We are afraid to commit. Now that goes on many levels and that's one of the main reasons that people don't buy into coaching, or guys don't buy into coaching. I don't want to commit to, they don't want to commit to something. Why do guys have a fear of commitment, man?
You mean commitment as far as
I think you talking about all
relationships, or just all around commitment, like with jobs or like contracts?
We split it up. We'll split it up. So let's talk relationship first, and then we'll talk.
I already know why that. I don't believe in these things, most of them, but I can see why. Let's go. We touched on this a while ago about the red pill is growing. I can see their reasons why. I see their reasons. I don't think they're smart reasons. I don't think they're good, but I can see their reasons as far as the risk of the divorce rate and what happens when you get divorced. You don't get a lot of your money and all that other stuff. I can see it. I can see why they feel that type of way. But at the end of the day, what's the answer? You just gonna be by yourself. We talked about that. You can't just be by yourself, so you're gonna have to just pick right and do your work inside that relationship and make sure it's right. Make sure you do your part. You can't always worry about the other person's part because you can't control people 100%. So just make sure you're doing your things right. I can see why. Yeah, we had 50% divorce, and of course the women are leaving 70 to 80%. So I can see why they keep bringing those numbers and why they don't want to get married. But ain't no solution. You gotta have a legacy. So I'm not for it. I ain't got no choice. I gotta have kids, man.
I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about legacy one day too.
Yeah, I got a bit of legacy. So I don't know why they don't want to.
Yeah, I see it a little bit differently. I don't think, as far as relationships, I don't think men have a fear of commitment.
No.
I don't think so.
You think it's a commitment part?
I think when you think commitment, people think marriage. You know what I'm saying?
As we went.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I'm
saying. And so for me, and we talked about it on why men should get married. Like I think marriage is a beautiful thing, but I don't think it's necessary to have like a great relationship or to build or to have that person you with. I think like what G was talking about, a lot of men have a fear of getting married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think they have a fear of committing to a woman. Now, of course, people, guys that don't have dick discipline and all that type of stuff, they go out and cheat and stuff like that. But I don't view that as a lack of commitment. I view that as a lack of discipline. And I think that's something internal with them they gotta work on. But I don't think that means they wasn't committed to that person. I just think they just wasn't either mature enough or, didn't have enough within themselves to not veer off track.
That's the type of thing.
So I don't think it's an issue with commitment. I think it's an issue with guys seeing what happened when they get married and how majority of the time the guy ends up losing out if it's divorce. Yeah. So the people on the outside be like, you know what? I ain't dealing with that. And then the woman comes in and they see, oh, you don't want to get married, or you're not trying to marry me, so you're not committed to me. When I don't view it that way.
Oh, you still here? You ain't subscribed yet? Hit that button, my man. Hit that button to subscribe.
So I don't view it as I don't view it as a commitment issue. I view it as guys don't want to get married.
Guys don't want to get married. That's a fear of commitment.
Now I know people that's been together for a long time and never been married, and they don't want to get married. So, and I think what it is, and I'm not against marriage. I'm trying to put it out there. I'm not against marriage whatsoever. Yeah, I was married. Y'all know my history and everything. So I'm not against marriage. Yeah. What I'm saying is, if you get one person that wants to be married and one person that doesn't necessarily have that same viewpoint on marriage being the most important thing. We together, we got a good thing going on. I don't want to get the other ties as far as the government and everything involved with that. It kind of messes with the dialogue or the dynamics of the relationship, and then the person that doesn't want to get married always ends up being viewed as, oh, they wasn't ready to settle down, they wasn't committed, but they was with you for like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. You know what I'm saying? They were committed to you. They just didn't want to get married.
Right.
And so that's my thing. And G kind of touched on it. Majority of the time, the woman leaves. You know what I'm saying? And the woman, I feel like, leaves because sometimes the guy not ready, sometimes the guy not treating her right. It's issues with the guy, but usually it's not the guy that wants to leave.
For the most part, no.
It's usually the guy that doesn't want to leave. So I don't think the issue is commitment. It might be we got some weak guys out here that want to have their cake and eat it too, and things like that. But to me, I just don't view that as not being committed to the relationship.
I think that is a part of it because at the end of the day, you're still weighing your options and you're still browsing. That means you're not wholeheartedly committed in this only one. Now we're guys, we're men. We do like to have sex, and we do have a simpler mind when it comes to it. So physical attraction is all we need. We don't have to be connected to you. We don't have to know you. We don't have to do none of that in order to want to have sex with you. Mm-hmm. And that's a primal thing. That's instinct. Cool. All right, but we're evolved past that. So like you said, if there's no discipline, they don't have no dick discipline, then that's a problem. But it also goes into the communication too, because you have to determine what's the commitment between the two.
Ahead of time. That's true. That's absolutely true.
Between the two. So if you had a conversation, like I know some relationships that are truly open. Mm-hmm. Meaning like, we can go outside, but it always comes back in. Mm-hmm.
That happens more than people think.
Yeah. Because I know we're talking about the guys here, but the women have a fear of a commitment too. Like I said, if you're weighing your options, if you're still browsing, you're still shopping around, then you're not committed. You're not full on committed. So.
Okay, what's your definition of commitment? So now you got polygamous relationships out here where they got like multiple wives or whatever. So obviously they're not committed to that one person, but they're committed to the situation though. Mm-hmm. So like when you say commitment, because to me, commitment means like, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong or anything like that, but you got people out here that man or woman might cheat, do their thing on the side, but then they come home and they make sure everything within that household is taken care of. I think you're committed to that relationship, you just cheat. I think that's just what it is. that's how I would have been with you maybe like a couple of years ago, but now it's different things. Just because somebody does something outside the framework of the relationship doesn't mean they're not committed to the dynamics that make that relationship go. And the reason I say that is women, I feel like, are really good at that, because there's a lot of women out there that be cheating and don't never get caught. And the dude don't never know, and he thinks she committed to him.
Just because, me, I don't like to do anything that's gonna cause any guilt. So,
and that's me too. I'm not out here cheating or nothing like that.
Right.
I just want to make that clear.
Right.
I ain't say nothing. You see, I'm just going back and forth. I ain't say much.
Right. So I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna cause me any guilt. So I would feel some type of way had it been any type of situation like that. So I wouldn't be able to consider myself full on committed. Now, if you're good at what you're doing, you can hold up that facade, but like I said, I get what you're saying, because it's like, this is the priority. I'm just bullshitting on this. Like, that's whatever. I can stop that. I can trash that. That ain't nothing. But this is the priority. This is where my focus at. This is where I'm at for the most part. But you're still not 100% all the way in. Like, or maybe you're not getting your needs met or satisfied or whatever, and that still goes into communication with your partner. When it comes to relationships, it still goes into communication with your partner. If you're not sexually satisfied with your partner, then you need to talk to your partner. You need to be able to work that out with your partner.
Absolutely.
You know, if you feel like you got to step out, then don't include your partner or lead your partner on.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're committed. So you said, what's my definition of commitment is all the way in, 100%. It's both of us. So we need to have this going here. I'm not polygamous. I'm not polygamous. So, and that goes to relationships too. It's not just marriage. So I definitely see that guys have a fear of commitment when it comes to, because they don't even want to get in a relationship. And there's so many fears behind it. What if this person don't love me? What if this person disrespect me? What if this person hurt me? What if this person, the main thing is, I don't want this other person to have any power over me.
Yeah.
And that makes you not want to commit, but that's not the real issue.
And to go into that, and actually to tie it into like that, to like the business aspect, or like why guys don't want to commit to like business, their goals and dreams, is because of the fear.
Yeah.
It's really, it's fear driven.
It's fear-based, right?
That's what
It's fear driven because what I'm starting to see is, and I'm trying to work on not generalizing so much. You know what I'm saying? As far as saying all or most or anything like that.
It's a general, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to
the majority.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on not doing that. But I've seen quite a few guys that don't go after what they want,
Right.
or don't fully commit to it because they don't think they deserve it. You know, it's some guys that it's really some guys out here that feel like they don't really deserve happiness or the life that they really want.
Yeah.
Whether it's with the woman or whether it's going after the things that they need to go after. They're afraid to do it because there's a lot of people afraid to succeed because they think everything changes then.
Come on,
You know,
man,
the people around you gotta change.
Yeah.
You know, your family change. You worry about how people gonna judge you because you're doing well and they not. You're afraid of leaving people behind. All of that stuff gets tied into not being able to commit to, you know, your business or your job or your career, really taking it serious because you comfortable and you're afraid of what might happen when you really take it there and you do become successful. What that might mean.
Fear-based, right? Yeah, I know.
From what I hear from the community of men, I think for the majority of men, don't say all, but the majority of men that I talk to, they want to be married. They want to be committed. They want to be with one woman, just chill and relax for the most part. Some want to be players, of course. Some just want to chill. Then later on, they get married. But even with the players, the ones that have a few girls there, they eventually, when they don't come, they be like, but eventually I want to be married.
Yeah, exactly.
The marriage is always there. It's just that the way the government has gone, they changed over the years. It just doesn't favor men. Most men, they feel like it's a raw deal. And like I said, I can completely understand it, even though I don't like the outcome you be by yourself, but I can completely understand and vibe with you to understand that if things don't work out, there's no power for men. And you don't put your business out. But I've seen it in my family, I've seen it in other people's family, I've seen it when they're together, and all of a sudden I see dude balling. Next time he ain't with his wife, he back at mom's house on the couch. I'm like, dang, you just had a 4-bedroom house. Oh, she got all that, all of it. He's like, I ain't even asked to leave. She decided to divorce me, and she took everything. So I can see when that happens to me, because that happens a lot, and I don't think it's shown a lot in this community because the government makes a lot of money off divorces. They make a lot of money off divorces. Divorces, and if you talk to a divorce lawyer,
they make money off of people getting married.
They get money off that, all that. So they always got their hand in it. So I can understand. Also, I kind of agree with him a little bit when it comes to, I think they do want to get married. It's just that commitment part, they like the commitment, they can be committed, they do all that for the most part, but it's just, their fear is like, yo,
fear of marriage.
If she one day just be like, I'm gone. There's no fault divorces now. You can really now, if you just I don't want to be together right now, you have no reason, no nothing. You just be like, okay, you can have this, and that. And they be like, dang, you just loved me yesterday, but today you don't want me. So I can see the reason why they feel that way. But I think they are committed though. I think they're committed. I think things change in the judicial where they don't They like make it more even with the divorce thing. Like they made it more even. I think it'll be more.
I think
so.
they want to be committed.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think also the biggest thing Trey brought up is the communication. What does commitment look like to you? Because obviously we got different views of commitment, right?
Right.
You know, so it's about being upfront. Let them know, like, yo, this is what I want from this relationship. This is what
I
commitment. You know what I'm saying? This is what our boundaries.
For the most
and stuff
part,
are.
the commitment is you don't mess with nobody else when it comes to women. If first thing you hear women when they say commitment, probably the first thing is they think of another woman.
Yeah.
We probably think about money or something else. They be like, no, you ain't messing with another woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I guarantee you, if you ask most women, that's the first thing they'll think about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's why I started to view, because that's what they say, they like, yo, don't cheat. Because I was in a relationship and I didn't cheat, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But also, when it comes to commitment, it's certain expectations that come even outside of not stepping out.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
Yeah.
handling your business, handling the bills,
It's different.
handling the things that you need to handle, you know, spending time with your person. Like, it's people that have these relationships, they get in,
Yeah.
and then they spend more time with their friends than with their spouse or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's about making sure y'all got an understanding of what the commitment looks like. 'Cause
Right.
communication is that big part, man.
Big part. Because I definitely was in a relationship and was like, I ain't cheating. Same thing. It's like, I ain't cheating. But it's like, yeah, but you're not committed. You're not doing this, you're not this, that, you're not prioritizing me. And it's like, whoa. You know, I'm thinking I'm right. I'm thinking I'm doing everything right because I'm disciplined. It ain't that, you know, there aren't lookers and spectators. There ain't things that I can entertain. I'm turning down stuff. So I'm thinking, shoot, I'm doing good. But and you know, you go home, it's like, no, we still have problems. So there's more that goes into the commitment, especially for us guys, than just not stepping out. And I can understand. So I agree the same that I think men want to be committed. They just don't want it. They have fear of commitment, and we've put it off for so long, we don't know how to.
Yeah.
I think it's that. I think we need, like you said, and it's boundaries, it's communication, it's expectations, it's needs that need to be met. And that's why I like therapy, because I had to go to therapy myself, and the therapist broke it down that there's 10 vital needs every person has to meet.
Yeah.
But it's only one need that another person can meet.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that broke it down. That showed where you can really hold accountability and help with the communication. So it was like, okay, what do you actually need? Because I'm gonna tell you, for the ladies that's watching this, you putting everything under the category of commitment. You more than likely probably have a good dude who's doing what he's supposed to be doing, who's disciplined, who's committed, but since you're not getting all of your needs met, then he has a commitment issue. More than likely it's not true. I'm gonna say that now because once you get something, then you wanna keep getting, and then you expect this guy to do all types of stuff, even when it comes to the type of conversation y'all have. He's a man, he's not a woman. He's not trying to hear all the gossip. He's not trying to just sit here and just let you like cap off at the mouth. We're not worried about a whole lot of that stuff. He's focused on other things. If that man is working and he's not cheating, he's loyal, he's dedicated to you, and he's a commitment man. He's a committed man. So don't try to attack him or his commitment towards you like as if he's not all the way in. A lot of times guys are. So I do respect and appreciate the guys. I do believe that we want to be committed. We just have fears around. I mean, just let me ask you, G, what's the main reasons that clients don't sign up?
Fear. Yeah.
They be like,
consistent.
They're right.
They committed to it.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to come every day. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to.
That's the number one thing. I said, I didn't even tell you when we gonna work out. How you don't know? I didn't even talk about the day. You already said I don't know. I didn't say 5 in the morning, 5 in the. I didn't even say a day yet. I don't know. I got time. I didn't even say it yet.
It goes straight to the
right.
man.
I remember. Yeah. You're right.
Like y'all could be cool and going back to the relationship, y'all could be cool and y'all could be good, y'all could be committed to each other. And then it's like, let's talk about it. And it's like, hold on. You pressuring me. I don't even know if I want to continue doing this. But y'all been doing this for 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Like, when is it gonna be time to go ahead and finalize it?
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, this is my woman. You know? When is gonna be the time? We have a fair commitment. We like things to be free and loose.
Oh, damn, I'm mad. I'm just caught on now. Like, after all this time. So you talking about like the initial phase of just starting getting committed.
Yeah.
Like the day. Oh, I think that's easy. Yeah, guys want to get committed. You just ain't the right one.
That's facts too.
And you ain't the right one.
That's facts.
When like a guy after a certain period of time, he know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He moves different.
He
moves different. He ain't trying to see you do this.
You know,
he ain't trying
it
to
could
do that.
change over time, but most of the time, a guy know.
Men are territorial. Like,
Yeah.
If he wants you, then he gonna he
Yeah, all right, I get what you're saying. Now, all right, I got it. Yeah, we know. So if he hasn't, and y'all been talking for a little while, hey, that's it, man. He hasn't seen what he's looking for fully in you, outside of like physical stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's deeper than just the physical stuff, yeah.
That physically old. As I'm getting older, that stuff starting to fade real quick.
Like, that's fun and all, but what else?
Man.
And I'm telling you,
See.
I ain't trying to say it like how I want to say it. It is in my mind. I ain't gonna go that savage, but
there you go.
But it don't hold as much power as you think.
Not like it used to. Used to, but catch me in my early 20s, that's all I cared about. I didn't care about the real thing.
You got about 6 months.
Right.
You got about 6 months before.
Alright, you're not cute as y'all thought you were now.
Yeah,
Before
you start wearing out. I think it go both ways.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think you got 6 months before everything start wearing off.
Sitting in, like,
Right.
The body start adjusting to everything.
It's all
Yeah,
cute
man.
then. It's all cute at first.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all bubbly, especially when it's new. It's all bubbly and oh my goodness, yeah. But that's not gonna hold a man. That's not gonna keep a man. You can bring that man some peace. You can support that man if he feels comfortable enough to be vulnerable with you. You got a man that's gonna be committed to you.
I do want to end on this though, cause we talked about loyalty and you know not cheating and all that stuff, but fellas, you gotta bring more to the table than just not cheating. You know,
Exactly. That's
you can't be at
amazing.
home just be sitting on the game all day, not doing nothing. You gotta show some type of ambition. You gotta show some type of progress that you want to grow and elevate as well. To me, that's part of the commitment, man.
That's
You can't
part of
stay
the commitment.
stagnant. I say stagnant.
So like that commitment not only goes to the relationship, you gotta be committed with yourself.
Oh.
You gotta be committed with your growth. So if you're not doing anything to boost yourself up, to build yourself up, if you're not, like you say, if you lack ambition, if you're not going for or have any goals to go for, let alone, you know, if you don't have any goals to go for, you're not working towards nothing, you don't have no purpose. And a woman can't follow if you're not moving. So, so you gotta break this fear of commitment, man. Break this fear of commitment. You gotta be willing to be committed to something wholeheartedly. You stand for nothing, you fall for anything. That is true. So you gotta be willing to be committed, not just in a relationship, but with yourself. Okay, you can with your spiritual beliefs, commitment. Because if you faltering on that, you know, again, stand for nothing, you fall for anything. So spiritual beliefs, finances, you gotta be willing to be committed to your career, your dedication to your job, your business.
Your health.
Your health. Come on, man. It takes commitment. It takes commitment to be disciplined.
Right.
If you're not disciplined, you're not committed. That goes hand in hand. So your health, going to the gym even when you don't feel like it. If you set a regimen, knock out your regimen.
I know you don't feel like it.
No, you don't feel like it.
I keep saying this. I'm the same boat. Don't think because I'm training, you think I don't be tired just like you. I be tired. I don't feel like it.
Right.
Bro, I'm human just like everybody else. You're right, man. Yeah.
And like we said, people are people. You can't control people. So that woman gonna piss you off. There's gonna be times that you're gonna be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But discipline goes hand in hand with commitment. I'm gonna go ahead and stick it out. I'm not just gonna run just because we had an argument, you know. Just because we had a disagreement, you know. It's not that she fully doesn't support me and all that stuff. Now, if it's ongoing and stuff, you pay attention.
Right.
But, you know, y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What you talk about?
So we gotta break this fear of commitment.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So look, that's it for this episode. For the fellas out there, man, we hear y'all, we talk with y'all, we interact with y'all, man. We know it's not, you don't want to commit. It's just learning how to commit, and then also finding that one to commit to.
Right.
So you just work on that. But first off, commit to yourself.
First and foremost.
Commit to yourself. Commit to becoming better. And commit to your finances, your health, and your mindset by tuning in with us on here.
Yep.
You're gonna be good, y'all. So with that being said, everybody take care. Peace.
Yep.
I took it a different way you thought I was gonna take it. Straight up. I think it's separated, man. I really do feel like it's separated. Guys don't want to